boy Shogun. We out here in NYC today. Just enjoying the nice weather that we having right now for the last days of the summer. You know, before that weather start getting chilly around here. Big shout out to everybody who's been tuning in. So yeah, right now we just moving around. We started off downtown today. Had a little bit of fun. Was playing with the drone for a little bit. You know, went to Queens. Was out there in Flushing. Now we out here downtown. Enjoying the scenery. So nice and peaceful around here. Now, of course, this is nothing like Miami. This is nothing like Thailand, Pattaya, and those places like that. But New York has its own thing, its own flair. When they say it's no place like New York, that's true. That's true. It's a lot to do here, a lot to eat. A lot of cool places to go, a lot to see. This is one of those places where if you've been here for a few months, you feel like you've seen everything. You've seen it all, you've heard it all. It's the kind of town it is. And it is a concrete jungle. A lot of people would be surprised to see these big $15-20 million yachts parked out here. But New York got a little bit of everything. What's up, Jason? Jason Finch said I should go to Soy 6. You damn right. And that's I'm gonna end up back in Soy 6 when the time is right. I got the ticket already. I definitely got the ticket already. You know what, Jason Finch? Why don't you bring Soy 6 to the States, man? Bring some of our favorite people from Soy 6 out here to the States. Soy 6 is the place to be. Yeah, it is. I'll tell you. Soy 6 is one of the best streets on the planet. There's no doubt about that. I don't hesitate about that. I don't hesitate about that at all. Yeah, Thailand, man. Look, if you're in Thailand, I'll tell you, there's no need to go anywhere else. If you're on Soy 6, or you got easy access to Soy 6, stay there. Don't give it up. Because you're not going to get that kind of fun and that kind of treatment around here, that's for sure. Unless you spending big bank. If you're making a couple million a year, then you can get that out here in America. You know how it is when one flock to you, the rest gonna flock to you. But I'll tell you, yeah, Thailand, I love Thailand too. I miss it. I really do. But when I go back to Thailand, I don't know that I'm going directly back to Pattaya. I think I might go to Phuket. Let me see what Phuket is like. But yeah, this is just one of the malls, the Brookfield Center. You got your Bottega Veneta's, your Gucci. You won't see all of this in Thailand. I mean, you'll see it in Thailand, maybe Bangkok, but definitely not Pattaya. But in New York City, it's all over the place. So, yeah, this is what it is. I would go downstairs and cut through to avoid the sun, but I think the live. We. Uh, yeah, here we go. All right, so y'all know what this is, right? It's the World Trade Center. You know, they knocked down the Twin Towers before, and this is what they put up. This is the new World Trade Center. So instead of two towers, where we had the Twin Towers before, now you just got one. Blessings. Welcome to New York. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I'm enjoying it right now. Been out here for a few weeks now, a couple weeks. You know, and this is a drastic change from being in Thailand. New York City is a whole different thing. But Bangkok is great. Bangkok holds its own. You know? Bangkok is a city like no other, and so is New York City. But as of right now, New York City is very diverse like Bangkok, but Pattaya, I'm gonna tell you, if you're in Pattaya, Thailand right now, stay there. You got the weather, you got the beaches, you know, the cost of living, the cost to have a great time. You say, sorry you're not in the city with a car. You're in the comp case and had to give the taxi back. No problem, man. No problem at all. I appreciate that that gesture. I appreciate you at least stopping through the live, man, and thanks to whoever gave the thumbs up. What's up, bro? How you doing? You know? Hey, and something's interesting here. So, as I said, this is the World Trade Center right here, the new World Trade Center. You're on the phone, hopefully you're still on when you get off. We've got a lot going on, but you love the energy and thank you, Anthony. I'll still be here. I should be on for a good while, maybe an hour or so. I appreciate that. You know, for anybody who hasn't visited New York City or the downtown to see the memorial for the Twin Towers, you know, this is what they put up, a memorial for the people who lost their lives in Twin Towers. You know, rest in peace to the people who didn't make it. You see some people leave roses and flowers. Yeah, so this is it. Right there, and this is the tower. So I'm probably not gonna do it today, but maybe tomorrow or in the coming days we're gonna go to the top. I'm gonna live stream from the top of the building, the top of the World Trade Center. So for those of you who haven't been up there, I'm just gonna give you, so it's a beautiful day, and some of the names here. Yeah, every day there's always a lot of people who come out to see it. And the crazy thing, I'll tell you, for the people who don't know much about the history, about, well, everybody's heard of 9/11. I was in school that day, right across the river from here. I want to say maybe a 20-minute drive from here, my school, my high school in Bergen County. And I remember when the plane hit the tower, I was in the guidance counselor's office. We were talking, and somebody turned on the news and said, yeah, a plane hit the World Trade Center. And as we were sitting there watching it, boom, we saw another one hit the other Twin Tower. So I saw it happen live, and then it was on fire for a while, and it was smoking. And then a few hours later, it crumbled. And it was so bad that we could smell it, even though I was across the river in Jersey. And like I said, it was a good, I want to say maybe 20 miles away or 20 minutes away. I don't know if I'll say 20 miles, but, or maybe it could have been 20 minutes. Anyway, we could smell it, the fire and everything that was burning. We could smell all of that. And it was like that for days. So I still remember. I was a young lad, young buck in those days. But yeah, that's what happened. No. Do you guys remember where you were when the Twin Towers got hit? You see a lot of this going on, a lot of models and all kind of things in New York City. A lot of everything out here. Get them likes up. Thanks, Penn. I appreciate you. While we're out here passing the World Trade Center, and you see these nice high-rise buildings and offices and apartments. And you know the crazy thing about these apartments and these buildings out here? Wow, hello. No, I had to shoot my shot. She was listening to her music, but I had to say something. But the thing about these high-rise buildings, it's crazy that most of them are, I don't know if I could say most of them, but a lot of them are not even occupied. A lot of them are not, it's not like they're full to capacity. They're more than half empty. I first heard that online. I saw somebody on the Joe Rogan podcast say that. And I was like, man, what is this guy talking about? But now to be here to see it for myself, most of these buildings are just sitting here and they're empty. Except for maybe the old ones. Where you guys want me to go? You guys want me to go inside the mall? Or should I stick to the street? What do you guys want to see? I'll move around a little bit, walk through the street, or go inside the mall, end up on the other side. This mall is kind of empty for real, though, if you ask me. Closed mouths don't get fed, that's right. Like Kobe said, you just got to keep shooting, man. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Pound that pavement. You got to keep your feet on the concrete. You got to stay 10 toes down like a bloodhound. You feel me? But yeah. Know what's going on here. Seeing some modeling, some posing. I'm liking that outfit though. The chromium. Let's see what we got going. But yeah, New York is just so diverse. So much going on out here. Like Jay-Z said that one time, he said, good girl, mad city. The city's filled with them, A lot of the women, they come here. Let's see if I can open this. They start off good and they end up bad. The city turns them out. Let's see what my reception is like in here. So this is part of the mall right here. I don't think I'm gonna go down there. I'm not a fan of this mall. It's kind of boring. Interesting shape though, interesting design. They got an Apple store and all that in here. But yeah, this is what it looked like. Looked like just like a rib cage or something like that. The inside of a fish. A rib cage. Let's beat the concrete, like Penn say. Uh-oh. Stuck. All right. Let's get up on out of here. Hit the street. Let's hit the street and see where the players meet. Find out we can get a treat. Yep. What time is it where everybody is? Anybody that's watching, what time you got? And I appreciate whoever gave me that thumbs up. Thanks. Appreciate you. And this is the outside of the mall. I don't know. I tried to go live a few days ago at the Labor Day parade. I mean, it was awesome. But they didn't let me really. I don't think I could post the video because of copyright music in the background. It's 3:23 in Alabama. What's up, Stephanie? How you doing? Sweet home, Alabama. So you're about an hour behind me here, right here in downtown Manhattan, right outside the new World Trade Center. I said we're going to the top. We're going to go to the top. This is not right now. What's the weather like in Alabama or wherever you guys are? Hey, hola. ¿Cómo estás? You know? Привет. All right, we're gonna get it pushing. We're gonna push it this way. We on Church Street, man. Anybody close by the Church Street? You know. Sheesh. You know. Right now, Church and Vesey. Let's go to the beer garden. All right. You said you make my day. You've never been anywhere, so I'll take you there. And the weather is beautiful here in the Ville. That's good. Oh, well, thank you, Stephanie. You know, that's what I hope to do. I hope to do this even some more. You know, and I hope that people who don't get a chance to travel much consider traveling. And I hope to motivate and somewhat inspire the people who don't get outside of their hometown to go other places, you know? You know, like you can, it's really, I know money doesn't grow on trees for everybody. And, you know, we got responsibilities and things like that, and things always come up. So it's not always easy to just jump on the plane or jump on the train or jump on the bus or whatever and go somewhere. But I hope with these little live streams you get to see a little taste, you know. And if this channel starts getting more traction, you know, we'll be able to go more places, more and more places. You know, so this is what it kind of looks like if you come to downtown New York City. Now, I will say New York does have like sometimes a bad reputation for the streets being dirty and not being clean. But in this area, downtown, things are nice. You know, it's pristine, it's clean. They take care of it. All these billion-dollar properties, you know they're gonna take care of it. Now, I won't say that New York City is cheap. Definitely won't say that. If you looking for a cheap fun, you know, you better off going out of the country to like Thailand, like I said. You said you've never flown? Yeah, hey, it's a heck of an experience. It's fun. Hold on, sorry for the loud noise. It's a fire truck coming, so thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you too. I appreciate you too. So, but yeah, that's New York City for you. It's always, you always gonna hear noise. It's a very noisy place. But you know, the people you hear, you get used to it. And every day you go outside is like a new adventure. It is. Because you never run out of places to eat. You never run out of things to see. You never run out of anything in New York City. It's so much. You know. This is New York City for you. Downtown Manhattan. All right. You can see the weather is really nice today. Thought it was going to be a little bit chilly today, but it's good. And you're definitely going to get a lot of exercise walking around here. I mean, yeah, you can have a car. Having a car is good, of course. But this is similar to like Tokyo, where you almost really don't even need a car. Having a car sometimes can be an inconvenience. You know, especially if you're in a city. Having a car will, you know, you got to think about parking, and it's a lot of traffic and things like that, you know. It's a lot of people who can't drive, so they're going to end up scratching your car and all these kinds of things. So that's one thing to consider when you come into New York City. Just know that it's not, I mean, like I said, having a car is great, but it's not necessary. It's not mandatory unless you're going to spend time outside of New York City, going from place to place. But yeah. So, you know, for people who think it's such a scary place, you know, of course you got different parts of the city, but here it's a good part of the city. You know. Right now you see a lot of the youngsters in the streets because they got their after school programs. School is finished. Wonder what that building is. I don't know. But it's nice. But yeah, these buildings, man, talk about, and every major city has big buildings, we know, but not quite like here. LA is close. I hear Chicago's up there too. All right, safe to cross.
But maybe if I lock it.
Yep. And you're gonna see a pizza shop on every block. Pizza shop on every block. Say New York. We don't know who has the best pizza. Is it New York or Chicago? Said that's the state capital. I don't know. I think the state capital is in I think that's Albany, if I'm not mistaken. Albany, New York is actually the capital. you Italian and you hear the pizza is amazing, have a pie for. I will. Look, I had a slice this morning. Like I had a slice of pizza, like a mushroom, 11 o'clock this morning. That got my day started. And oh, and you talk about Italian, you got to stop in Little Italy. It's an area called Little Italy, which is in that direction, but it's like a couple miles away. I probably won't go there today, but I mean, Little Italy has all kinds of food that that you might like. It says Oklahoma City. Ah, it says Oklahoma City. Yeah. But yeah, I love Italian food too. It's something that I grew up on. Growing up here, over in Jersey, it's like it's Italians. It's one of the biggest demographics. So every week we're eating spaghetti or parmesan or something like that, some pasta, and you know what I mean. I'm getting all kind of things from the Italian restaurant. The pizza up here. But I'll tell you, okay, about the pizza in New York City. Most of it, I can say, from my experience, most of it is good, but not all. There's some places where I'm like, I feel like I wasted my money. I'll get a slice, I'll stop at a random place, I'll get a slice, and I'm not happy with it. But that's once in every blue moon. So yeah, just in case you happen to order from a place that's not that great, don't let that ruin your experience. It kind of dried up around here, didn't it? There was a whole lot more people a minute ago.
Wait, what street are we on?
But now it kind of dried up. You said you make the best. You should try your lasagna. Oh yeah. Hey, if things go good and we meet up one day, I'm definitely gonna try that lasagna. Definitely. I love lasagna, but I like lasagna with the ground up, with the turkey meat though, turkey and chicken. Yeah, I like the lasagna. Throw it in the oven, throw that cheese on top. Yeah. Hey, and when you come to New York too, I don't know how y'all feel about cheesecake, but New York is famous for their cheesecake too, which I really love. I'm kind of addicted. I've been getting slices. I've been eating pizza and cheesecake almost like every day. I know it's not good, but that's one of the things that I missed being in Asia. Some of their art right here. For those of you who were watching when I was in Thailand, I was in Thailand for like 4 months. So I kind of got acclimated and settled in and used to eating their food. And yeah, I had some of their pizza. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't, you know what I mean? Their pizza was nothing like the pizza here. Their pizza is just made to be pizza. Here, the pizza is made with some attitude, with some oomph on it. This pizza here has sweat on it. I'm not saying it's good to have sweat on the pizza, but you know what I mean. This is what I'll show you. I'm gonna show you. You're in New York. You in New York when you see the steam coming from the street, from the subway. Uh, Down here on Church Street, we headed towards Midtown, and after Midtown is Uptown. Yep, that's New York, and he's probably cussing them out, all kind of things right now. That's New York. And forgive me too for crossing, jaywalking. That's how we do. We don't always wait for the light to change. We just go. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, this is a place that I would recommend people come to. New York is almost like what they say about Vegas. When they say, oh, you gotta go to Vegas just once in your lifetime. Say you gotta come to New York once too. Or any major city, it don't have to be New York. You know, appreciate your pen. Appreciate that. But yeah, New York, and you see, everywhere you go, you're gonna see they're giving the city a facelift. Alright, I'm gonna show y'all when you come here and you see these things up and you ever wonder what's going on inside, you see that they're doing construction, and they put these little things there so you can, little windows so you can see what's going on. And this is cool too. If you want to get around the city and you don't want to take a taxi or Uber, you can rent one of these bikes for a few hours. And you don't have to bring it back here. You can park it somewhere else. And to be honest with you, sometimes it's more convenient to get one of these bikes. You know, I like those things. They got those in Dubai too. Some parts they have them in Dubai, like the scooters. You could ride around, and then they also got them in certain parts of Thailand. All right, I do want to. This guy doesn't know he has the green light, so I didn't want to take a chance. Alright. We're gonna squeeze through here. Oh, nice Harley. It's got that hog. It's beautiful there. You're thankful for this view today. How do you like a video? Thanks. Hold on. Anyways, you can only heart while I'm on here for some. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that too. There's a thumbs up. I don't know if you can see the thumbs up button. I'm not sure if it's on the right or the left. I'm not sure if you're watching this on your phone or your TV. I mean, your phone or your PC. And then in New York too, you're gonna see a lot of this. You're gonna see a lot of parks and just places where you can sit, chill, hang out. Wonder what's going on here. They got a photo shoot. I don't know if she's a model or artist. Let's see. Maybe is she somebody famous? I don't know. Let's see if we got a celebrity here. And I hate to be like TMZ or somebody or the paparazzi. But yeah. It's yeah, she waving. Alright. Phone, you looking for a thumbs up button. You're like, thanks. You say I'm lucky? Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. You know. You too. I haven't been to Alabama, but I hear in Alabama, you guys got a lot of nice greenery down there, a lot of land, So at least you get that. Here, look, there's not much nature here. You gotta travel to go find some nature around here. Thank you. Appreciate you, Steph. Appreciate you, Penn. Yeah. I mean, you know, New York City, like I said, you can see this. This is a concrete jungle. You mean, yeah, you see a couple little trees here and there, but you don't really see much nature, you know. And yes, and great, as you said, great Scooby Snacks. Nature is beautiful here. Yeah, that's what I want to see, you know. And those kinds of places are the best places to raise a family, you know, the countryside. Not even just the countryside, but down south, or in the places where you got more of a suburban feel. Much safer and better to raise family, raise kids. In New York, no matter what you do, it's like the city ends up raising your kids. And you know how that can be. That could be tough. So much for the people to get into, good and bad. My bad if this thing is crooked. I don't know what's up with this gimbal. This thing has been giving me some problems. All right, so this is Canal Street. So he's speaking up on Canal Street. If you go up this way, you're gonna run into Chinatown and Little Italy. Like I said, Little Italy, they got some of the best Italian food. You know, I love the cannoli. I love to eat the sweets, the cannoli. Right up this way is Canal Street. And that'll take you right to Brooklyn. If you ever wanted to go see Brooklyn, New York, you go that way. If you want to go to New Jersey, you take the street this way. So New Jersey is about 5 minutes that way. And then Brooklyn is about 5 minutes that way. Excuse me. So yeah. Yeah. And you see, this is the thing too about New York. There's so much here. You walk for 10 minutes in any direction, you're going to be in a completely different village or neighborhood. You know, see, I didn't know about this. This guy right here, his name, Juan Pablo Duarte. He's the founder of the Dominican Republic. Goodness, I didn't know that the Dominican Republic is only about 200 years old. Oh no, this is the guy's birth. I don't know exactly when the Dominican Republic was founded, but damn. Duarte Square. That's where we are. Yeah, New York. New York got the food. Look at J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. She been in the they've had J-Lo all over the news, the media lately. You know, they've been giving her a hard time about she's going through like her 6th divorce or something like that. But New York is still showing her love. They're putting her everywhere. You know what I mean? She's taking care of herself as an older woman. But then again, there's no telling when they took that picture. And then, you know, they doing all this Photoshop and things like that. But yeah, shout out to J-Lo, you know. She's not giving up on love. Yeah, so that's New York. You can't give up. You got to keep pushing. You ain't got a choice. This is one of those places where you come, it forces you to push hard. It forces you, I mean, you're going to be yourself, but it forces you to turn it up a little bit because there's so many people. What's going on here? They see something they don't like. All right, bus. You're gonna have to slow it down, my friend. Coming through. Come.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, you go. Yeah, Little Italy.
Maybe. That makes sense.
Wow. So, if you ever been to Florida, if you ever been to Miami, you go to Miami, Florida, you're gonna see a lot of Cubans, a lot of Haitians. So you got a place called like Little Havana, and then you got Little Haiti, and that's where you go where you want the Cuban food or the Haitian food. So and so it is with New York City, having Little Italy. And if you know anything about the old mafia tales, John Gotti and those guys, how John Gotti became a boss. You know, he knocked off Paul Castellano. Paul Castellano was the boss, of one of the top families here in New York City, but they used to go down to Little Italy all the time just to hang out and eat and conversate. And John Gotti wanted that power. So he pulled off one of the most brazen power attempts ever. It was just so like brazen. It was out there in the open. And he got some of his people to knock off, to shoot Paul Castellano in the middle of the street. So it was like big news, and I think this was in the 80s, and that went to show that he meant business. He was not to be played with. If somebody would call a hit like that in broad daylight, it wasn't like it was done in an abandoned building somewhere. They had a meeting or they went to the guy's house. They did it while he was right there in the restaurant for everybody to see. Long story short, that made Gotti the man in his business. He was feared, but that fear doesn't last long when you do that, because Rudy Giuliani, they created some laws to get him, and that was the first that you heard of a RICO charge. Ah, thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, I know a little bit about the history. Growing up in the tri-state in Jersey, we see these things, we hear them all the time. But that was these guys were slick. John Gotti was a street guy, you know what I mean? He wasn't like he wasn't like the Donald Trump type, grew up wealthy and things like that. This guy, he used to knuckle up with people. He used to fight. He put in his work. So he came from the bottom, He had a rap sheet. And I'm not promoting that. If there's any young kids watching, I'm not promoting or glorifying violence and gangsterism. I'm just saying what it is, just telling the history of New York City and Little Italy, which is about a half a mile that way, probably like a 10-minute walk. But anyway, so Giuliani and his guys, they got together because, like I said, John Gotti and them, he was really slick and really clever and smart. So he knew how to do things without getting his hands dirty. So they had to come up with some laws that was like, look, we don't have to catch you in the act of doing anything. We don't have to catch you having possession of this and that. All we need is for one person to say you gave an order or one person to say you did it. So really, they can convict somebody off of hearsay. You didn't even have to commit a crime. You just need a couple people to say you did it. And that's enough for a a RICO charge. So that's how they got John Gotti. I mean, no, it does go a little bit deeper than that because it was his best friend. It was one of his closest guys, Sammy the Bull. But you guys know the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is that I'm not condoning what any of them did because he was talking bad about Sammy the Bull. So Sammy felt like, look, man, I would have went to jail for you, but you talking about me like this on the wiretap, you don't have the same love for me that I have for you. So you would probably turn on me, so I'll turn on you first. And that's what happened to him. So you know, you have to put it in the context. Yeah, was he a rat, a snitch? Yeah. But did he have a good reason? Yeah. You know what I mean? So, and that's the same thing with this young kid, 6ix9ine. I don't know if y'all know the Mexican rapper 6ix9ine. People calling him a snitch and a rat. But in his case, I think being a snitch was justifiable. I don't condone snitching and ratting on your friends, but in his case, they betrayed him first, you know. So I'm just saying that this is just one of the underground stories in New York City, this area, you know, and yeah, that's it. Oh man, I wanna check this out. This is the engine, number 24, man. These are some of the first responders. These were some of the first responders to 9/11. And, you know, their station gave them a memorial. And they're never to be forgotten. Because these guys didn't know what they were getting into. They ran in to help people. They probably didn't even think twice about it. And, you know, you got some other guys here that lost their lives too, you know. And, you know, you look at a couple of these pictures, some of these guys look really young. Like that guy in the middle looked young. This guy, Louis Arena at the bottom, looked really young, you know. Yeah, Penn, you know that, you know. And you know something, Penn, about that, I'll tell you, man. That is one thing that I was thinking about not too long ago, and it kind of was bothering me. I don't see too many men of color as firefighters in New York, and from what I heard, it's not easy to get hired, man. You can even go through I mean, it's hard to even get through the firefighting school for them to accept you because there's so many people applying. And I guess there's only so many jobs to fulfill. But awesome pants right there. Right? Not fashion. Anyway, yeah, you don't see too many Black, Latino firemen, firewomen in New York City. But when I go down south, when I'm in places like Virginia, North Carolina, I see them all over the place. You see the fire stations are diverse, but then, you know, you see them. You just see more. You see more color down there. So I don't know what's going on up here, man. I don't know if they have like a kind of Mason-Dixon line type of thing going on in the fire department. But I'll tell you too, I noticed this the last few days when it comes to New York City and its diversity. One thing that bothers me a little bit, maybe it shouldn't, but it does. You come to New York City, you're gonna see police officers from all over the world. Like I seen a Indian guy, not even just an Indian guy, a whole crew, Indian police. They had the new NYPD thing on. They had an Indian flag on them, on their shirt too. You see Asian police out here, right? but you could never go to Asia and become a police officer.
Funny whenever I get mad at bars.
You could never go from here and go to India and say, hey, I'd like to become a police officer. They'll laugh at you. They won't even let you fill out the application. They'll tell you to get the hell out of here. In Japan too. So I don't know, man. That just didn't sit right with me. But it is what it is. The most segregated group in the land of the free. Yeah, it might be the fire department. And you know, people sleep on the fire department, but it is a good job. Yes, it's dangerous. We know this. It's very dangerous. You never know where you're going. You never know what you're gonna come across. But the thing about it is you work for 3 days and then you get like 4 days off, or 3 days on and 3 days off type of thing. You know, so most firefighters, at least the ones that I know in my family, they work 3 days, no, they work 10 days a month, getting a nice salary. Yeah, 10 days. So it's a great job with great benefits. But I don't know, man. I thought about it one time. I did do some lightweight fighting training, but I didn't think that I was gonna want to go through with the whole school, because the training class is like half a year or something like that. It's a long time, like 6 months or something like that. And the thing is, then I would have had to work for a long time and I wouldn't be able to travel like I want to. I'm so tempted to get a slice of pizza. Can't lie to you. Joe's Pizza. This thing look good here. Let me see what they talking about. What's up, Joe? What's up, man? ¿Cómo estás? I'm gonna try a slice of pizza, man. Hey, what's this? Vegetales? Vegetales. Let me get uno. You got tap? Tap? Only cash? Only got. Okay, next time I come back. Next time. Thank you. Gracias. Nueva Jersey. I'm practicando mi español un poquito. Sí. Lo siento, mi español es muy poco, pero oh, gracias. Necesito más palabras, más vocabulario, más practicar. Oh. ¿De dónde eres? Where? Tunisia, really? So, Arabic? Arabic? Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, brother. What team? What team? Tunisia. Okay. Good luck, man. Let's see. All right. Thank you. Gracias. Buenas noches. No, buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Aquí, ahora mismo. Only like 6. I'm growing. It comes back. You know, sis. 5-1. Yeah, man. It's growing. All right, man. Yeah. They say, oh, they thought it was like 6,000. I'm like, no, 6 people. All right. Great job, great hours, great benefits. Teach abroad, man. Thought about it, man. Yeah, it is a great job, great benefits. But as I said, I like to travel. You know, you got to be committed to a career like that. How would I be able to go to Thailand anytime I want to? Or go to Japan, Tokyo, Hawaii? You know? But we'll give it a shot. We'll see. We might give it a shot. I can't say I am, but we might. Still on the table. 3 months off and 1 month winters off. Teaching Asia. Yeah, that'll be. And you know, I actually did teach before. I used to teach English. You know, when I first moved to Tokyo, years and years ago. I moved to Tokyo and I didn't have a work visa. I didn't even know anything about a visa at that time. And I met some Korean guys and gals, and they just like to converse with me. They just like to talk. They wanted me to teach them English. So we set up some classes. A good friend of mine, Korean guy, his name is Chim Young Park. I'll never forget him, Chim Young Park. He's back in Korea now. He created a school, his own little private school, and he made me his head teacher, you know? So I was just teaching conversation and slang, and it was pretty good. I was, at the time, I probably was making like $30 an hour. You know, I wasn't working, it wasn't an everyday, full day thing, but $30 an hour, you know, wasn't bad. But yeah, there's some people in Tokyo that make, you know, that are making like $500 in a weekend just to teach business English. So teaching is good. Get certified in the US, big difference in pay and benefits. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know what it takes to get certified. Hello. Daytona, Rolex Daytona on the wrist. 25K. Hey, hello. Sheesh. Yeah. But yeah, so if I do teach in again, it would probably it'd have to be something much bigger than what I did before. You know, or fitness or something like that. I don't know. Bachelor's online and maybe 1 year in class in America, a master's degree. That sounds like a plan. That sounds like the roadmap, the way to go. All right.
I will get a small salary. So I'm at 75, 25 years old.
All right, so now set for life after. Yeah, teach at international schools. I'm with you on that. That sounds like something I could do. Definitely. And I have a few connections over there at the universities. You know, might be able to pull some strings. The Asian Institute of Technology, AIT, and then University of Tokyo. Hey, if you can see in the background, that's the Empire State Building. So we're actually moving along. I don't know how many miles we've done today. Hey. I think this Friday and this Saturday we're gonna go live from one of the nightclubs out here, because it's a bunch of clubs all over the place, man. We gotta get loose. We gotta get loose. Gotta turn it up a little bit. Yeah. Show y'all. I think this is Greenwich Ave, so you know this is the Greenwich Village. I think this is back in the day, the group, the village people. This is their neighborhood. Yeah. This is it. This is it. New York City. Yeah. What's up, boss? It definitely could. Definitely. I mean, even a place like here, if I wanted to stay, I think we could set up like a tour guide company. You know, for people who come from Asia, who want to tour around New York City, could set everything up for them. Hotel, uh, you know, sightseeing, all those kinds of things. Hey, hey.
John Wick.
Alright. Alright. But yeah. Hey Penn, where'd you say you are again? You in Cali? Look at this right here. I don't know where my man is from, but he ain't from here, that's for sure. And we could never go to another country and become, yeah, you're on the West Coast, okay. So you guys, it's just afternoon, still afternoon around there. And I know you guys got the best weather in the USA. I would like to go through LA again one day. I really like LA. I do. And San Diego. But Cali is so damn expensive. Oh my goodness. Cali is like, you gotta be big boy status to hold it down out in Cali. You gotta make sure them checks you trap, them traps you checking gotta be nice. Gotta be heavy. You know, you gotta really be breaking them bras out there, man. Sheesh. It's starting to look like we in Miami for a second. They might be from Miami. What's up, bro? Let's see. Keep it pushing. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Well, we did say we're gonna be going to we did say we're gonna be going to Colombia or Dominican Republic real soon, and that's still on the table. That is still on the table. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna grab, see what they got in here. Let's see. Wake up call. Let me see. Almond milk, maca. Oh, I like the maca. Oh, hemp seeds. I'm gonna go ahead and, which one of these should I get? I'll go ahead and try this right here. I don't know what the hell is in here, but I'm gonna try it. These supermarket. Can you believe this thing right here is like $6, man? It's crazy. These prices in New York City is just ridiculous. And all this stuff is GMO. They say it's organic, but it's not. Oh, let me get away from here for they flag this video. Boom, boom. All right, let me hurry up. Let me get over here. See. Let's see. Let's see. Hello, how you doing, man? Doing all right? Oh, yeah. My bad, man. I'm not even prepared. Let me take this out.
Sit down number one.
That much better.
Give me a second. Give me a second. All right, there we go. All right, man. Appreciate you, man. You have a good one, man. What's up, man? All right. Hey, let's go. Said press mute. You right. I wasn't even thinking. You right, Andrew. Anthony. Sorry. Yeah. So it's rush hour. People getting off from work now. You know. Oh, wow. Man. Oh, goodness gracious. They getting ready to go to the gym now, you know. The ladies getting off work, headed to the gym. You know, wearing their gym clothes, looking good. You can see the work, you can see the progress. They're taking it seriously. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. Hey, hold on 1 second. Sorry for the shaking. All right, there we go. There we go. You know, this city is like a maze. Where we going? I'm so sorry. Nah, I don't want to. Oh, pardon me. 14th Street, Union Square. I used to work up here many, many years ago when I was just a young kid. Right down there. Okay. They say this is a city that never sleeps. You come out 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna see almost as many people. Not as many, but almost. You know, always something to get into. All right now. Getting closer and closer. You know, you can kind of consider this part of Midtown. It's Midtown.
Did you just call her mommy? Did you just call her mommy?
Hey, new caddy on the streets. Yeah, if you survive NYC, you can make it anywhere. That's for sure. That's for sure. I kind of was thinking that about Tokyo. When I was in Tokyo, I was like, man, if you could make it in Tokyo, you could make it anywhere, because it really is a whole lot against you over there in Tokyo. But New York, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, because so many people, the competition is high, and it's just so much. You gotta fight and claw for everything. And this city don't care about you at all.
You're literally
You know?
sick in the head.
You
Actually,
you you know, so yeah, if you could make it here, you could probably make it anywhere. And there's so many haters. There's a lot of haters in New York. The better you're doing, the more people you're gonna have trying to tear you down and hate on you. So you really got to be strong to make it here. And that's why I say, like, all these people who started with nothing, who ended up having things, I give them their props, because even if they were doing wrong, like if they were scamming or committing crimes, even then you still got to outwork people, because there's somebody else that's doing the same exact thing who may not be in your position, who wants to be in your position.
let's try to get everybody on board. Sometimes he's with it. But some of the time,
Excuse me, my bad. That thing was good though. I don't know. I gotta remember what that is. That was good. Okay, so what I was saying, no matter what you're doing in New York City, if you are making it and you are like at the top of your field, you had to be a savage. You know what I mean? You had to be an absolute savage, because look how many people there are out here that are doing the same exact thing. You know? So yeah, so I don't hate on anybody. I congratulate Tokyo. A normal person is behind the 8 ball due to the language barrier. Yeah, exactly. Not the language barrier, but also if you're from another place. If you're a foreigner in Tokyo, they deliberately make things harder for you. You know? See, this is how you know when everybody is off work, because the work clothes come off and the workout clothes get on. But yeah, in Tokyo, everything is designed to keep you. Hold on. Hey, Alexander Wang. Yeah, in Tokyo, everything is designed to keep you out. If you're a foreigner, the guys are trying to keep you out, and some of the women are trying to keep you out too. But more often than not, if you're a foreign guy in Tokyo, it's not gonna be super hard for you to get in with the women, because you know a lot of them like foreigners, no matter where you're from. You know, unless maybe you like from India or something like that, then I don't see those guys get too much. They don't get too much help from the ladies over there. But if you're from the States, definitely. Or you from somewhere like England, definitely. But to get in Japan, the best way to get in Japan, like if you want to be successful in business or something like that, you have to have a woman be like your guide. She has to be in front of you. You know, you have to have a Japanese woman there, because the guys, they got put so many barriers. It's impossible almost. It's almost impossible to crack the code over there, to break through in Japan. If you're a guy, you need a woman. A Japanese woman, to be exact. And it might be like that in most of Asia, to be honest with you. You're not just gonna go over there and climb up and succeed easily. You're not gonna be the boss. You have to have a woman to lead the way. I mean, you can tell her what you need, but you're gonna need her to be the face for you. You know? Whereas here in America, you know, usually you're gonna have to do it on your own. You know, the women are not going to give you that much help here. It's like the roles are a little bit reversed. So you got to be a professional expat in Japan. The American company sends you and pay. Oh yeah, that's true. Real Rule Japan made a video about foreign men. No, that's true. If you're an expat, I mean, yeah, if you're a professional already and you got things going for you and you're already in, you plugged in. Yeah, I mean, I was just speaking like for somebody who's just starting with nothing, just coming out there like, hey, I'm gonna go to Japan, I wanna do this and I wanna do that. And you go over there on your own, because that's what I did. I didn't have like a support system when I moved to Japan. I didn't know anything, I didn't know anybody. You know, I went over there with blinders on, which I don't recommend. Like I said, I would tell all of the young kids now, don't do what I did. All of the young guys that want to go over there overseas, they see me, they see some of the videos, they see some of the things I post, and they're like, oh man, they think I was living it up, doing great. Yeah, I had my ups and downs, but it wasn't easy in the beginning. So I'm saying I went there with nothing, not knowing anybody, knowing nothing, not really speaking the language. And it took me a long time to figure things out. But by the time I figured it out, I was able to tell other people so they didn't go through the things that I went through. And like I said, I learned that sometimes you have to be okay with not being in front of what you're trying to do. Sometimes you have to send somebody else to go do it for you. You know, whether it's to fill out paperwork, whether it's to get an apartment, whether it's to start a company, or whether it's to get get access to certain things, you know. Yeah, so that's why I said if you can make it in Tokyo, you can make it anywhere, because the level of strategy you need, you know, you got to be stealth. You got to be like really strategic in how you get things going. You can't just be putting your desires and your intentions out there because somebody's gonna block it. But yeah, in New York, you gotta be a savage. Just need a few years of experience. Yeah, man. Most English teachers there are wasting time. Get certification before going, and they pay the benefits are real. Yep. That is true. That's the proper way to do it. That's the right way to do it. I think she's having some problem. Hey, mama. Man, how could I had to get up. All right, so now y'all see we're in Midtown. The traffic picked up. Traffic picked up. But yeah, the proper way to do, and really the proper way to do anything professionally, get certified, get some kind of certificate. But I will tell you one thing that I'm grateful for about, like, when you go to another country, when you learn how to assimilate with the locals into the local society, you get more out of it than the people who are just coming on the surface. So if you go to Japan and you hanging around people who speak English all the time, you hanging around other Americans, it's gonna stunt your growth because you're not gonna learn the language of the people, you're not gonna learn the customs, so you're not gonna learn, you know, how to really get deep and get what you need and get what you want out of there, right? So what I did, there were times where I had to really be humble, you know. I took jobs that I really didn't want to take and I thought were kind of beneath me. You know what I mean? Like I worked in a bakery, right? At one point. But great thing about it, and I didn't know how to bake. I didn't know anything about baking, know anything about cooking. But the great thing about it was that the owner of the bakery one day, because this bakery had been around for like 70 years. You know, it'd been around since World War II. It was a legendary place, right? So the original owner, he passed away, of course, but his son took over, and his son was an older guy, much older than me at that time too. But what he did was he took me to the flour mill where they produced the flour for not just that his bakery, but for the majority of Japan. It was a company called Nishin Seifun. I'll never forget. He took me to this factory. It was massive. It was a massive, massive place where they would transport flour by ships. This one company was responsible for about 29% of all flour products in the whole country, right? So just think about that. This one place, all of the flour, like for example, if you went to a restaurant and you ordered waffles or you ordered pancakes, you ordered bread from the supermarket, it was a high chance that the flour came from this place. Not only that, they made dog food. You know how the dog biscuits, that's made out, there's flour that goes into that too. So pet food, cat food, and all of that. So this company was massive. I mean, so he took me to this place, and I want to say, like you see this building right here, I went inside. I mean, there were bags of flour on top of flour on top of flour on top of flour. I mean, you go inside and you look up and it's like 10 stories of flour. And, you had to wear these suits on because you couldn't just go in there with your regular clothes. You had to put these suits on, then you had to go take the air shower before you even went in there. But long story short, I did some research on this company. It was a billion dollar company, and they owned a lot of other things. So if it wasn't for me having that little job, I wouldn't have seen it. Found out about Nishin Seifun. So what I did was I took some of my salary and I bought some stock in Nishin Seifun. That would be like, let's say, somebody here working at a bakery, and then they used their money and they bought General Mills. They bought some stock in General Mills, which is where, my bad, forgive me, I lost my thought. I saw a beautiful woman. Yeah, it was all this kind of flour in there. China, you don't need air showers, just go through. Yeah, well, Japanese are very meticulous. They're very, very meticulous people. And this is another thing I learned about being in Japan. So I learned a lot of things. I didn't make a whole lot of money in my early days there. I didn't make a whole lot of money in Japan. But the things that I learned and the experiences that I got were like invaluable. They were just huge. So I bought some stock in Nishin Seifun, and it did me pretty well. It did me pretty well. I didn't hold on to as much of it as I wanted to because, things came up and you end up selling and stuff like that. But I'm just saying that sometimes when you take those small jobs, there's opportunities everywhere. If a person is willing to see it. And yeah, it was a game changer for me when it comes to investing and thinking about companies that most people aren't thinking about. Everybody's thinking about Apple. Everybody's thinking about Microsoft and the S&P 500. Everybody's thinking about Tesla, which are great companies, Google, Amazon. Those are great companies. But there's other companies out there that people aren't thinking about where we use these products all the time. I mean, if you wear Hanes underwear, you want to invest in the company that supplies the flour and all that for Hanes. Not the flour, the cotton, excuse me. If you wear Fruit of the Loom, you know, uh, if you like iPhone or Samsung, so the company that makes the chips, the semiconductors and all of that is in Asia. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what the quality control is like in China. I haven't been there, man. I'm ashamed to say. I'm ashamed to say that I haven't been to China. I spent all that time in Asia and just never went to China. I'm thinking about it though. God willing, if I get the time and the money, of course, to stay there for a little while, I definitely will. You know, the Chinese are deep. The Chinese are taking over everywhere. No quality control, Penn says. You know. Yeah. It gets rough over there. And I'll tell you another company people don't think about that is a big company and they have a lot going on. You can get paid for them is Sony. Sony is a Japanese company, and Sony is just huge, you know. And most of their money, you know, they're not making most of their money like on the electronics and PlayStation and all that. Most of their money is coming from like their music and movies, their publishing. You know, they took Michael Jackson's music catalog, and they're gonna be making crazy money off of that. So if you're the Jacksons and you know Michael Jackson didn't want to sell that catalog ever, but you know, the lawyers and everything, they kind of took control of everything. You look at the fashion in New York. So they took control of everything. If you're the family and you want to make a smart play, you take whatever cash you have and you buy some Sony stock ASAP. Buy some Sony stock ASAP because Michael Jackson's music and his catalog is always going to sell. And then the Beatles, they own everything. They probably have the biggest music catalog in all of the world, the most valuable music publishing catalog in all of the world. Sony has it. Tommy Mottola's controlling that. You know? So, yeah, man, being in Japan, you get to see things like that. They play hardball over there. They don't want you, they want to own all of your stuff, but they don't want you to own nothing. Hello? You know? I'm out here, I'm gonna find me a Japanese and I'm gonna start speaking Japanese. You should see the reaction that they give, you know? Like they can't believe it. American dude speaking Japanese. But yeah, Japan is a lot to invest in, and the dollar is strong right now. The yen is real weak. So if you got a bit of money, a little bit of money, you buy something, buy some Japanese products or buy some Japanese stock. All this stuff is theirs and your stuff is there. You said it right, Penn. That's exactly how it is. And you know, and it's crazy. They come over here, they buy up everything. If I'm not mistaken, it was when the World Trade Center was first built, it was either a Japanese architect or a Japanese owner. Some of these buildings out here were owned by the Japanese, but I bet you can't go over there and buy no skyscrapers or nothing like that. You might be able to invest a little bit. Wait, low. Damn. Goodness. Yeah, it's starting to get thick around here. Nice.
That guy just said, Miss Wallet just suck my dick.
All right now.
Yo, kid, bro.
Have a good day, bro.
Yo, bro.
Have a good day. Oh, wait. Hello. Excuse me. Excuse me, Dankeschön. Is this German? Sheesh. This is looking real Miami-ish. But yeah, that is a great way to say it. All their stuff is theirs and all your stuff is theirs too. So in a place like that, you gotta learn how to finesse. You definitely gotta learn how to finesse because they'll try to get you. Excuse me. These things right here. Oh. I wanna loving the views out here. Think I could stay out here all day for real. Be careful in the city with some of these girls that's underage. Yeah,
Yes.
you know, you gotta have discernment. This is true. But you know, every person, every woman you talk to, you're not trying to get with. You just, like conversation. And then you can tell when people are from other countries. As you can tell, I'm an international minded guy. Don't let the booty get you into a traffic accident. For sure. We made it. We're kind of like in the epicenter right now. Goodness gracious. So now, if you go to Japan, you go to Tokyo, their version of this is like Shibuya. If you go to Shibuya or Shinjuku, I like that, dog. Yeah. You go to Shibuya or Shinjuku and you're gonna see a lot of traffic like this. Man, seeing all this action out here in New York, I'm starting to think I would have liked to be here for the summer. I haven't spent a summer here in, I don't know, since I was a young kid. Like, I'm always gone. I'm in Asia most of the time, like Japan, Vegas, Hawaii, Thailand. Yeah, you drove a taxi and chicks make complaints in the taxi to get discounts on Lyft or Uber. That's why I work nights, weekends, limited hours. You ain't missing nothing, live your life. All right, Anthony. Hey, man. I hear you, Anthony, because here you gotta work and stay focused, man, because this place is so damn expensive. It's a jungle. It's a jungle out here. You can't relax in New York. You gotta stay busy. This ain't like Thailand where you can go hang out on the beach for the majority of the day and just have fun, relax. Here, you gotta hustle. You got to, or you're gonna get eaten alive. All right, let me read that again. You said you drove a taxi and the chicks make complaints in the taxi to get discounts. I hear you, yeah, nighttime, man. Hey, and then nighttime too, you got less people in the way. And if I'm not mistaken, you may get better rates too. 25 years working in a city job, 19 years paying child support, nothing to show for myself. I hear you, my man. I hear you. Hey, But just keep grinding, keep grinding, keep grinding, and make that plan. Make your plan for when you 5 years. Your plan for the next 5 years, man. Just keep working your plan. That's it. Those better days are coming, man. They are coming. And you got to keep thinking like that. Because really in life, man, that's what we're doing. We're born to work and pay bills, man. That's almost like what it is. But we gotta find a way to have some fun and enjoy our own time in there too. You know? So don't give it up. Lyft and Uber throw us under a bus for complaints. Oh yeah. Look, I know what you're saying. You know, I've been through that. And sometimes you might have to even, you got to let them know, like, look, you know, these passengers, a lot of times they cause a lot of problems. You know, they leave trash in your car. They're disrespectful. They slam your door. They crash. They make complaints about any and everything. So you got to contact those people and tell them, man, look, it ain't always the driver's fault. Some of these people are terrible. And maybe you need to get a camera in there too. Yeah, you trying to, but always another setback. And you're right. It's true. Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you, that's for all of us too, man. It's always a setback. Always. If it ain't one thing, it's another. If it ain't one thing, it's another, man. It's always something. But just enjoy the life, man, while you got it, because it's a lot of people. Every time you think you got it bad, there's always somebody that got it worse. Oh, okay, struggler. All right now. But yeah, you think you got it bad, somebody else got it worse. So just keep pushing. Look, I saw a guy, like, I complain a lot, but I saw a guy who had no arms and one leg, and he was pulling himself, and he was in a wheelchair, and he was pulling himself up a hill. He didn't have nobody helping him. And when I saw that, I was like, I got nothing to complain about. This guy ain't got no arms. He got one leg and nobody pushing him in the wheelchair.
Like, to a certain extent.
And he didn't let it stop him. And the crazy thing is, this was years ago. This was in Japan. It's a Japanese guy. If you became a minimalist, it squirrel everything away, yup. Facts. That's what keeps me going, because someone always has it worse somewhere. Yeah, man. Yeah. If you in America, don't get me wrong, this is not the best place in the world, but you have a lot of opportunities here. You know what I mean? If you in America, you kind of lucky, because you have a chance. It doesn't mean that you're going to be on top, but you have a chance. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta, it's almost like a lottery. But here, the harder you work, the luckier you get. Yeah, the ability to walk is underrated, man. That's something we take for granted. I heard a story, my cousin told me a story the other day. She knows some lady that was running, she was trying to catch a train, and she was running on a platform, and somehow she fell in between the platform as the train was coming, and she lost her leg. She was running, trying to get on the train, so now she has to adapt and adjust to what life is like without a leg. Like, imagine that. I mean, it's one thing if you were born without a leg or something, or handicapped, but to lose it just like that, and that happens to a lot of people in accidents and war. But yeah, you just got your passport privileges back, and that's why I follow. Because thank you, man, I appreciate that, and congratulations on getting that passport. Man, use that passport, man. I'm telling you. I think you said you're in New York. Let me tell you, man. I know things ain't cheap, but you can go to the Dominican Republic, you can go to Mexico, you can go to any one of these nearby islands for a couple days for just a couple $100s. You know what I mean? You can get a round trip ticket outside of the country for like $400 depending on where you want to go. And I'm just saying, I'm not telling you you have to go to these places. I'm just saying that if you ever wanted to get away, even if it's just for 3 days, that might be the best 3 days you had in a long time. You know what I mean? I don't know your situation. I don't know if you're married, you're single. But if you're single, man, you go have you some fun. You stack up. You know, you stack up about $400-500 and say, man, I'm getting out of here for a few days, for 4 or 5 days, man. You'll have you a nice hotel. And I'm telling you, you can get some nice things, man. You can get you you don't need nothing super fancy. You don't need marble floors if you wanna have fun on a budget. You can spend, look, this place right here, Joe's Pizza, man. Look at this line. This is always like this. I don't know what's up with this place. Let me ask. Let me find out. Excuse me, have you had this pizza before? What brings you here and what makes you want to stand in this line and wait for this pizza?
It sounds kind of dumb, but I saw that there was a line, so I decided to stand.
See, that is a great, honest answer. That is an honest answer. Have you been waiting in the line very long?
For about 10 minutes.
10 minutes? 10 minutes? Okay, so you're hoping it's good.
Yeah.
And you're thinking it must be good, right? Because why are so many people in this line? Yeah,
I'm part of the sheeple.
No, hey, I think we all are. And so I might end up standing in this line one day because every time I pass here, it's always a line. So I'm thinking it must be good. You know, it must be popular. All right, it's nice talking to you. Thank you. Have a good one.
You people suck fucking dick out here. You people suck fucking dick.
This is New York. Yeah, this is New York. You know?
So vividly.
Yeah. I gotta ask. There's a long line right here. Was it worth it? It's good? All right. So I just got confirmation it's good. That's good. But you say you hope that you can enjoy yourself for a decent amount of money. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You're going through a divorce. Hey, that could be a rough thing, but you know what? You're gonna celebrate. One day you're gonna celebrate. Of course, we wish everybody to have a long, strong marriage, you know what I mean? And just like how you celebrate the marriage, you can celebrate your divorce because now you both get to try a new chapter in life, man. And that next chapter will be great for you if you stay positive about it. You know, you stay positive and you'll be free. And man, let me tell you, I see you got Philippines and Taiwan up there, and I'm gonna tell you, man, I've met some really nice women from the Philippines and from Taiwan, man. So I don't think that you are gonna have a problem. Hello? I don't think that you're gonna have a problem meeting anyone over there. A nice one too. You know? And you say you'll sleep at a hotel, your pillow will be your bag with your passport. That's right. Travel light. You said the pizza shop is good, Joe's Pizza. Japan accommodation is not cheap, but food is really, yeah, that's true. Yeah, Japan is not cheap, but right now the dollar is strong, much stronger than the yen. The yen has been going down in the last few years, and I remember when the yen was stronger than the dollar. Those were the days. I remember that. But right now the dollar is so much stronger than yen that you don't have much to worry about. But yeah, Japan is not as cheap as maybe Taiwan, and definitely not as cheap as the Philippines and Thailand. You know, but still, you go to Tokyo, I'm gonna tell you this though. Here go a difference though. You go to Japan, you go to Thailand, you never have to worry about a woman asking you for anything. That's one thing I can say about that's one thing I can say about the Japanese women. They will never ask you for a penny. Like, it's unheard of. I've never ever heard of it. If yeah, I've just never even heard of that ever. You know what I mean? Maybe there's some who might come over here and maybe they get married to somebody and then they find out about the laws and maybe the guy was like multi-millionaire or something and then they divorce and they're like, yo, I want half or something. That might happen. Or if she helped you to build like a big business, a nice successful business, I could go around there and end up in Times Square, but I'm gonna just take a little detour. But anyway, what I was saying is that you know, every now and then you hear a Japanese maybe getting something in a divorce or something, but that's very, very rare. You know what I mean? Most Japanese, they come in with a bag. They come in with their own bag, and their bag is most likely going to be bigger than yours. You know what I mean? And yeah, most Japanese are coming with money, so they never ask you for anything. If anything, they want to contribute to what you got going on. That's my experience. If a Japanese woman likes you, you know what I mean, and she sees that you're trying to do something, she's gonna be looking for ways to try to help you. You know, and sometimes you might even ask you, say, look, I need you to do this, so I need you to do that. Can you do this for me? Can you do that? And if they can do it, a lot of times they will. Now, you go to the Philippines, I don't know about Taiwan. I think Taiwan, some of them got their own thing going on too. But you go to the Philippines or you go to Thailand, be prepared. Be prepared. You're gonna have to spend money. Like, so what I'm getting at is this. Your living expenses, your accommodations in Japan will be higher. Definitely will be higher. But you're not gonna be you're not gonna find a woman expecting you to take care of her in that way, like right off the rip. But Thailand and Philippines, Vietnam, you know, it's a high. Hold on, 1 second. So Thailand, the Philippines, Vietnam, those places, your accommodations will be cheap. And I hear it's like that too in you know, Colombia and those places like that. Your accommodation is gonna be cheap. You can find a nice hotel, a decent hotel for $40, $50 a night, you know what I mean? Maybe you get you a nice Airbnb, the food's gonna be cheap, but when you wanna go out on dates and stuff like that, you know, it's like the woman you find may be like a never-ending bill, if you know what I mean. You're gonna always have to spend, you know, they got these things, these guys, they calling them Western Union poppies. These guys that they hook up with these ladies and they really like the lady, and before you know it, the lady's always asking them to send money. He going to Western Union. So it really is no way around it. You're gonna have to spend some money. You know, but you get what you pay for. You know what I mean? You enjoy your money, man. It's one life to live. You got one life to live, and you can't take none of this money with you. So you enjoy it here. The divorce laws are skewed to the man, except in retirement age. Yeah, gear ain't right. That not even looking at you. Where's that? He said, show him, man. Man, I'm just trying to survive, man. You know what I mean? I ain't no P, but you know what I mean? I've been around the game. I've been around the ism. So, I had to use what I learned for my survival. But, yeah, man, look, if the woman you with, if the woman that you with is not helping you and not trying to help you get to a higher level and improve yourself, then you got to get you a new woman. And I hate to say it like that because I know it's easier said than done. And as men, we get older. It ain't as easy as when you were young to go out, go hunt and go fishing. You know what I mean? It's like they said the older you get, the smarter you get, the harder it gets. And this is true. You know what I mean? But at the same time, as a man, men, as we age, a lot of times we get better. Women say that we get more handsome as we get older. For women, it's usually the opposite. You know what I mean? Man, you hit your prime when you're in your 40s. Women hit their prime when they like 28, 26, 27, around there. So you still got a chance, my man. What's up, Wesley Jr.? Monkey Wrench jam your gears. Yeah, new changes of clothes. Yeah, man, look. Hey, every woman can appreciate a man who dresses well. You always, and when you look good, you feel good. You look good, you feel good. It doesn't mean buying Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all this and all that. Versace this, Versace that. It just means, you crispy. Your clothes is fresh. They come out the washing machine smelling good. You have your stuff ironed. Your pants, you might want your pants creased up here and there. Just being clean. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you, you go to some places, some of them don't even care. And you know how it is. Too smart, think too much. Yeah, that's so true, Penn. That's what happened to me, man. I used to be fluent. The thing is, though, I used to drink alcohol. I used to drink a lot, so I was always loose, you know what I mean? The ism was just pouring out of me like water, you know what I mean? My mouthpiece was always running. But once I stopped drinking alcohol, I didn't have that same flow, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is that, a man just... You know how it is. When you first step on the scene, you want to be fresh. You looking good. You wear your fresh outfit. You might even buy a brand new little wardrobe when you go on your trip, right? And then you meet a woman, you start dating, you get comfortable with her. Now you now you start wearing sweatpants. You know what I mean? You're not wearing slacks anymore. You're not wearing your khakis. You're not creasing your pants. You're not ironing your pants as much as you were before, you know what I mean? Now you wearing t-shirts, you'll be around her, you might wear the same, even when you clean, you might hop out the shower, yeah, you're gonna put on some fresh drawers, but you might throw on the same t-shirt you've been wearing for the last 3 days. It's because you cool, you get comfortable, you know what I mean? You like, look, I don't care, I'm not trying to impress nobody, but she's into you, so she don't care either. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know this. This is the Diamond District right here. There you could get a good deal, but they'll still rob you over here. Charging crazy amounts of money for stones. You guys know, I know about the stones. But yeah, you stop caring when you get comfortable. Oh, so good. Nihongo. Konnichiwa. Genki desu ka? I met some Japanese, some Nihonjins right here. Some Japanese. I heard them speaking Japanese. They look like they just finished doing some big business. But they be out here embezzling. They be out here doing crimes too. They come over here. We ain't gonna get into all that. We go back to what I was saying though. Vacations are temporary. Don't overstay the trip. Yeah, don't overstay the trip. And I've done that a few times. I did that in Japan. I did that in and where else did I do that? I did that in Thailand. Those two places where I was supposed to only be there for a short time and I ended up staying longer. But you know, he said the Yakuza. He said the mafia, that was Japanese mafia. It might be, look, that's how the Japanese mafia look nowadays, man. People think all of them got tattoos and a missing pinky finger. Those was back in the day. They stopped doing that because that's how people was able to recognize them. Japanese mafia, you know, they're not violent like American mafia was back in the day. They can get violent, they do get violent, but they're like, they come to you in a nice way. You know what I mean? They come to you in a nice way. And you gotta buck up on them though. You gotta show them that you don't care if they mafia or what. But they not mafia here. They don't, that shit don't fly here. The Japanese could never out gangster. Oh. Damn. They could never out gangster or out thug somebody in America because most of them don't even know how to use guns. Yeah, the modern samurai. The Japanese don't know how to use guns. They don't have, what kind of practice do they get? They would have the only way they would practice if they come here. Or when they go to Hawaii and they go to the gun range. But you know, that's rare. Whereas, anyway, they mafia is not like that. The Japanese, oh, then she was trying to give me some rhythm. The Japanese mafia, they take over with money. When they come, they start buying up everything around you and you just don't even realize it. Before you know it, they done bought the whole neighborhood and they tell you gotta go or you gotta pay rent and the rent's going up. That's how the Japanese mafia work. Y'all know this, the world famous Radio City Music Hall. Yeah, nothing good happens after midnight. Sometimes, but rare. Yeah, I know what you mean though. I know what you mean. Uh-oh, this battery is getting low. I got a couple minutes before I gotta put it on the charge. But yeah, so what I was saying though, you know, and Penn, I think Penn understands the game because he my bad, I'm getting distracted, y'all. I'm sorry. But Penn understands, you know, when you hold on. Anthony, if you still there, just letting you know, man, it's some places that you can go to that you will really enjoy yourself for a low price. You know what I mean? And there's some places that you go, you be like, man, I don't even know if I want to come back to New York, if I want to come back to America right now. Yeah. So Philippines, I can't speak all the way on it because I haven't been there, but I know the base. I know a little bit because of the people that I know that have been there, and I've dealt with some Filipinos. I've dated Filipinos in my life, and I love them. The Filipino women are great. They're good. They're down. You know, the Filipino women that I've been with in my life, or that been with me, you know, if you ask them to do something and they can, they will. If they see that it's gonna benefit the both of you, they will, you know. The Filipino women are down women. But don't ever forget though, a lot of those women, they're more loyal to their family than they are to you. Don't ever forget that. So at some point, if they start asking, you know, you start getting together and they start asking for money, they're gonna be like, oh, my brother needs this, my mother needs this, or my aunt's or my uncle's medication didn't come through and they need $100 for the medication, and you are expected. What is this guy doing? That's my man here. How you doing, sir? What channel?
4.
4.
NBC, yeah.
Oh, is there a big story today?
It's about Trump and the economic forum downtown. Basically, the street scenes.
Awesome. He's gonna be. They're gonna have a debate in a few nights. I think on the 10th. Is that Tuesday? Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to watch. I'm gonna see what's. You know,
Watch it, yeah. We'll see.
yeah. I'm gonna see.
So they're going to be in Atlanta? Where's it being held?
I'm not even sure about that, but I know that they agreed to have like muted mics. Like when one person stops talking, they're gonna mute the mic. So that's gonna be interesting. You
I don't know
know,
if that stuff works.
I don't think so. It takes away from the.
Personality.
Yeah. But
We all corrupt each other.
True, but you can't. The thing about Trump, you can't overtalk him because So I think that's why they had to probably put that there. Maybe she feels it's gonna give her. And I don't know, but it's gonna be interesting to see. I know you got a job to do. I was just saying, you take it. All right, man. All right, man. Have a good one. Yeah, thank you, man. I'm actually going live. I'm starting my own channel, man. You know, I start small. I got a few subscribers and viewers, but
I love it.
you know,
How many have you seen?
right now that are watching right now is just 7. You know, but I got about
for you.
almost 1,000 subscribers. You know, we're building up slowly.
Good for you.
You know, but there's some good people. They've been coming back and
One day I
support.
hear you, I'm talking to a star and I don't even know it yet. You see what-
Ah, man, I appreciate that, man. All right, you too, man. Great. All right, take care. New York, man, that was cool. Down to rob a bank. Yeah, man, look, the Filipinos. Look, man, I was living in Hawaii for a few years back in the day, and you know, in Hawaii, it's a lot of Filipinos. It's some Chinese, some Japanese. That's how I got acquainted with Asia, just through Hawaii. But the Filipinos out there, man, oh, let me tell you, I didn't appreciate it and I didn't realize it back then. But the Filipinos always had my back. The Filipinos always looked out for me. I always got along well with them. And they ain't no pushovers either. You know, they're not the biggest people, but if you get some Filipinos on your side, man, they'll get in the trenches with you. You know, they'll definitely get in the trenches with you. And that's not to say that women here in America won't either. You know, I'm just speaking on my experiences. Look, I'm from this area, but I didn't really, as an adult, I wasn't really here much as an adult. I was outside. I was mostly in the Pacific. So I can really only speak on that. Dog the Bounty Hunter. Yeah, Dog the Bounty Hunter. I never really liked Dog the Bounty Hunter, to be honest with you, though. Because Dog, hold on, let me mute this real quick. Yeah, here we go. Let me get away from this music real quick, just so they don't flag me. But what I was gonna say is that yeah, Dog the Bounty Hunter, man. So look, I was living in Hawaii when that show was on, man, and it used to irk me when people used to ask me about Dog the Bounty. Like they used to talk about Dog the Bounty Hunter like he was real. That guy he's an entertainer. He's more of an actor. Don't get me wrong. He had a Bell's Bondman and stuff. But you got to understand this. Hawaii is 9 islands, right? Eight islands. And the main island is Oahu. That's where he filmed the show. Oahu is a very, very small island. Hawaii is small, right? So if somebody was on the run, chances are you're going to run into them. Because there's nowhere to go. Like, so the chances of you finding somebody that skipped bail is very high. So you look like you're doing a great job. Anybody could have done what Dog the Bounty Hunter did. That's my point. Now, if Dog the Bounty Hunter came to the mainland United States and tried that stuff he was doing, he would never have been that successful, and it's a good chance somebody probably would have killed him. You know, because mind you, in Hawaii they don't have a lot of guns like that. They have them, but not like it's not like here in the States where people will shoot for their freedom, will kill you for their freedom. You know what I mean? So I just thought that Dog the Bounty Hunter was a bit of a fraud. You know, I would see him riding around in that black Jaguar he had with the rim. So, you know, and like I said, I don't hate on no man's success, but it wasn't. He wasn't the guy that the TV portrayed him to be. You know what I mean? Imagine if you had a bail bondman in your town, but the people who your town, nobody can leave your town or your county, wherever you live. You know, eventually you're gonna run into that person. It's not gonna be hard to find them because everybody knows everybody. It ain't like New York City where, you know, you could disappear in plain sight. And Hawaii ain't no disappearing unless you stay in the house. He did come to the U.S. when he was looking for Whitey Bulger. Yeah, that's true. Years later, and he probably had a lot of help from different agencies. And then also, he went, I think he found the guy that was in Mexico, the one that was drugging all them women. What was that guy's name? That guy's name was Max Factor or something like that. His father was a big time cosmetic guy, and he found him down in Mexico. But then you see what the Mexican authorities did to him. They grabbed him up like, yo, you can't come down here arresting people, and they threw him in jail too. So he kind of got lucky because his case was highly publicized. You know what I mean? So Ashley Banfield, I know that name. Is she like one of those newscasters? Talks about like crime, law and order, the crime shows. Anthony E adding another like. I appreciate that. Thank you, Struggler. Follow a radar guy on there. That's what's up. Appreciate that. So, yeah. But yeah, so we were talking about like the Dayton and the different islands. I don't know. I always like this street right here because of these tall buildings, man. There's something about West 57th Street. These buildings right here. And then this building right here got an interesting shape. Kind of hard to see right here, but it's skinny at the top, but it's big at the bottom. So, what I wanted to say, Speeding Radar and Some Roads, he has YouTube channel. Okay, I might check that out. Yeah, so that's what I want to say, man. You go to the Philippines, you go to Thailand. I mean, you go to Taiwan. You're gonna be able to do a lot. You're gonna be able to do a lot with a little, but just know everything costs. Nothing is free. In one way or another, you know. You go out. You might go out to a nightclub. You might go out to a lounge or something, or a little party. And, you know, the women, they start liking you and treating you really well. They wanna invite you out, or they wanna go to your place, and you invite them over. And next thing you know, she's cooking for you, or she's cleaning your room, and she's cleaning your place. She's doing all these nice things for you, and you know, she's giving you some action, right? And you start feeling like, man, I found the one. This is what I've been looking for. A woman who just caters to you, your needs. She don't complain about anything, right? And then, you know, maybe a couple months in, or something's gonna happen where she's gonna need something. And it ain't even her that need it. It's gonna be somebody in her family. You know, maybe the family needs an upgrade in the kitchen, or something happened to the bathroom, or they need a fence put up around the house or something. And now you know you putting up for that. You look at it, you like, it don't cost much. I'll get it. But now, if she kick you to the curb, she got everything she needed from you already. You know what I mean? She got upgrade to the house. She got this and that. No. And so, and in the end, you ended up paying. You did pay. You paid for play. But that's a whole nother thing, man. You know, I can't tell another man how to spend his own money. You know, that's a whole nother thing. If you happy to spend and do what you're doing, you do that. I can't tell you what to do. Look, there go the Ritz-Carlton over there. You know, y'all know this area. So one of Trump's building is over there. We got Central Park. One part of Central Park over here. If you can find a nurse, you're set. Yeah, man. Penn, that is true. But you know, I say this though. I did date a nurse once upon a time back in Japan, and I'll tell you, man, this woman, she was a bit crazy. She was a bit crazy, man. So, yeah, nurses, they'll take care of you, but some of them, not all of them, are built the same. You know, some of them are a little bit crazy. Man, I do gotta gotta make a little stop. Yeah, man. Y'all know where we at. You know, we made it. We did a lot of walking today. A lot. You know. What's in here? Man, I am gonna have to get off here in a little bit and get the mackin'. You know, we can't come out here and just walk around all day, and you know what I mean? Yeah, pay is low in Japan, but here it's high. Might need to import. Man, I'm trying to tell you. But I want Anthony E. Struggler. I appreciate the thumbs up, man. Y'all showed out for me today. But I definitely want the brothers and the sisters too, the women, the guys and the women that want to go outside the country and add a little spice to your life. You know what I mean? It could be anywhere in the world. Get a stamp on that passport. Just get a stamp. Get you a passport. You know what I mean? Put a little something away. Everybody ain't got it, I understand. I didn't always have it, and I don't always have it. But don't let that stifle your ambition. Don't let that put a damper on your dreams. You ain't too old to dream. You know what I mean? You don't realize. I wasn't a beach person. When I was younger and I lived literally across the street from the beach. I could care less about the beach. The beach wasn't even something I cared about or even thought about, right? But now, as I got older, you know, I like to be on the beach, man. Just sitting there, just relaxing and chilling under the big umbrella and drinking a coconut water out of a coconut, eating, talking to you guys. I'm telling you, everybody needs a little bit of that in their life, especially if you living in the country, you living in a small town, a slow town, or you living in a big city. And when I say a beach, I'm not talking about one of these dirty beaches up here. You know what I mean? I'm talking, and every beach, there's beaches. Now, I'm not talking about a beach that got a lot of pollution in it just because there's water there. Oh, that's the beach. I'm talking about something that's kind of like out the way, secluded, not a lot of people. So, you don't know how you're not tired. Thanks for today. Yes, oh, Stephanie's still there. I appreciate you, Steph. Yeah. And then I got to get my walk on. I got to get my exercise. Because, look, you know, yes, I was a thin guy for a long while. And I'm still, compared to a lot of people, thin. But I put on a stomach, man. Being in Thailand, eating. I was doing good for a while. But then when I came back to America, I just started eating. So I had put on a little belly. So I gotta get my steps in. I gotta get this walk in, you know. It's one thing, you know. You gotta stay moving. You wanna have a good quality of life too. You don't wanna just go to these places and just go. You also wanna, you wanna, keep your body active. You know what I'm saying? Keep the sicknesses and the illnesses away. Keep weakness away. Weakness is the enemy. Yeah, come back and show us so much love. Yeah, I appreciate you. I will. I'm going to be on here for a couple more minutes. We got a couple more minutes. Go around the block. Yeah, man, you appreciate for showing me your travels and experiences. And you know when I make my move, definitely gonna send you a message somehow. Yeah, man. Yeah, you shoot a message, man, on IG too, passport_show, passport_SHO. I just be throwing my little travels on there. It ain't much, but showing my little fun moments. On IG, you could hit me up, message me. That's why I do this. You got the movement, you got the guys that are out there, they call themselves the passport bros and stuff like that. But, that niche is so narrow, and they just, talking about the same drama all the time. Sometimes you got to get out here and just show people what the landscape looks like. People want to know what the streets look like. People want to know the attitude of the place. People want to know what the food is like. But I want to bring hope to the hopeless. The people who don't get a chance to travel much, I want to show them just different places. And show them that you don't got to be balling to have a good time. And then also for the guys too, I really like for the guys to know that, hey, you may be going through, what's this, some bunny rabbits, they're making babies. All right, I'm gonna show y'all this. Man, this lady got a bunch of rabbits out here. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Nice. Are you breeding? Are they breeding? Yeah. You all right? What's the
Bubbles and Daisy too.
Bubbles and Daisy? That's one word.
All connected, all one word.
Okay.
Bubbles and Daisy.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Yeah, it's New York. So, yeah. What I wanted to say is, hold on. And I'll get you in the water one day. I have been teaching water aerobics. Okay. For 21 years for the city of Huntsville, Alabama, and I teach kids and adults how to swim. That's what's up. That's what I really need to learn how to swim, to tell you the truth. I can't swim to save my life. I really can't. I need to. But yeah, And this is what it's about. You connect with people from different places, and we exchange ideas, exchange skills and expertise and knowledge. See what's going on here. It look like they're having like a Zumba dance class or something like that. I don't know. Let me get away from here with this music. All right, hold on. Let me mute this real quick. Now we should be good. We should be good. And then plus the video probably already getting flagged. Look, they got their workout groups. Water aerobics. I need to try that. But yeah, and what I was saying too, so for the fellas who I know what you're going through, fellas, like sometime when you've been out of the loop for a while, you've been out of the dating circle for a while, and you know, it's hard to get back into it, man, especially in a place like this. Especially in a place like this, because you know, you got to deal with, hold on. All right, so yeah, we back. So yeah, so I'm just saying, man, like, you know, you do get a different kind of treatment when you go outside the country. Now, is it all genuine? I can't say it's all genuine because, you know, a lot of it is because they perceive you to be maybe better than what they have just because you come from you coming from the U.S. You know what I mean? So yeah, you got to keep that in mind. But in terms of numbers, you're something exotic. When you go to one of these places, you know, they view you as something exotic, and they treat you as that, you know. So this is why I would say, you know, it is a good idea to travel and go to these places, especially when you're single. Say, oh wow, got you on it. Yeah, Steph, we gonna link up. You know, hopefully it'll be in a somewhere tropical or nice and warm, nice weather, a pool or something. You know, because I don't think I could be out here like this in the wintertime. Not sure. Look like maybe a Pilates group or something. They doing Pilates workout group. But yeah, so just sent you a message on IG. Okay, I will, man. With 36 on the end of the name message will give you. Okay, cool, yeah. Hey, I'm always here to reach out. You know, reach out to me. But yeah, this battery is almost all the way dead, and my gimbal battery too. Need to join that Pilates group. Man, you know what, Penn? You right, man. I need to. Okay, the name of it is called. I can see on his shirt. What is that? I don't know. I'm gonna go back and look at it. Something. I'll figure it out. And there's a bunch of them around here too. There's a bunch of them. I think Trump's building is one of these buildings around here. But yeah, hey, I appreciated y'all so much for coming through and joining me on this long walk. Man, can you think about that? We just came all the way from the World Trade Center, past the Empire State Building, made it all the way to the Central Park. You know. But yeah, can't wait, and I hope you eat that pizza tonight. I might. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna go charge this phone up, and I'm gonna get back in the mix. But if not, later on. So I'll jump back on here. We'll talk soon. Y'all stay up and enjoy the rest of the evening and plan for the future. All right, y'all.